but let's see if he's had a bit of time to, recenter himself. So I'm excited to see how he fights against Caboozled Pie in this round. These players are from pretty different backgrounds. Caboozled, a Tetrio mainstay, and AddTagHere coming from PPT. Neither of these players actually really calling TEC their home game.
Yeah,
it's like having both players play on the away team.
Oh yeah, basically. You got a very interesting matchup here. You've got a top PPT player and tournament organizer versus a top Tetrio player and tournament organizer.
Really makes you think.
Yeah, basically it's basically the same story, different backgrounds. Both very good at the top echelon of their games, but you know, balancing that competitive and that tournament organization type of background, now coming together to fight each other in a game that's also not their main. Tetrio versus PPT in Tetris Effect connected here.
Really makes you think.
Really does make you think.
Both players here, I think, wanting to start with 6-3. Tag with a bit of a misdrop there. He is just going to be able to skim out of it. Not a huge deal, especially in phase 1, as we have discussed. But Tag with some more misdrops. Gonna be forced to pop his little baby quarter zone just to get out of that situation. And now Caboozled with a very clean board, a max zone meter. Let's see how he decides to go about this one. Gonna make a great 7-2 stack here, popping out some great attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was so sick. 1959 attack per Vectress.
Yeah. Very, very efficient. Unfortunately, the skim a little bit at the top, but Caboozled's been finding great efficiency in their zones recently. But Tag, unfortunately, is going to have to use that zone to fix a misdrop. You never want to see that situation, especially with a 59 attack there. Very unfortunate, but look at that speed from Caboozled. Trying that 6-3 stack all the way up to 140 drops per minute. It's insanely fast there.
140 drops per minute. That's how much is that in seconds? That's like 2.3, 2.4.
Yeah, it's like I think it's around 2.3 PPS, which is insanely fast for a delay game. Both of them quite fast sprinters here. And again, also near the top levels of a game like Tetrio, you're seeing speeds that are basically around that level. So bringing that into a fixed tune game like TEC is just a great spectacle to see.
Now let's see this zone coming out from Caboozled. Another huge one, 49 attack. I think that
oh
means
my god.
And AddTagHere with
the quad
fatty TSP tower.
In the
no
zone.
TPs in Q in the zone, but he's still gonna be able to open up. That is an insane Perfector's 49 attack.
Right there. That's crazy. He's just trying to go for another TSD. Unfortunately, does not forecast that overhang properly, but still gonna be able to claw his way out of this. God damn.
Insane. And also, Tag, this ain't the locals. This is huge. This isn't the locals.
This is not your local tournament gaming right here. This is the largest Tetris Effect connected, largest Tetris invitational tournament to date right now, and Tag is just showing off like it's a fashion show. Like man, I have
a great
respect for this.
coming out from Tag, in this zone. Again, he's just going crazy with the TTK. Bro, dog, you don't got a T and Q, but he doesn't care.
Dude, I have a feeling
could not care less.
I have a feeling that Tag might actually have the comms on right now, just so he can hear us pop off every time he does something crazy, dude. Like that might be his main motivator, dude. Oh my god.
Tag definitely a stream watcher while he plays.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like Tag is just out here to entertain the folks, entertain the fans.
Any taggers, honestly. Any
taggers out here in the chat. Let's see if we got some AddTagHere representation.
Sound off if you're a tagger.
Let's go. Oh, got Daisy in the chat representing as well.
And we got AddTagHere with another great STSD here. Let's see if he's able to get down from this pretty precarious situation right now. No eyepiece, but he is going to make a Shichiku train. Oh, he misholds it, but...
Oh, man. So unfortunate. That was a great donation from Kaboozle at the top of the zone. 16 and 48. That is quite an efficient threshold there. We got an 18 coming up from Tag.
Only going to be forced to accept a tiny bit there. Some great gameplay coming out from both players.
Yeah, I think Tag's starting to warm up again here. We're seeing some quite even play on the score and the zone attack field. A very interesting set coming in from Kaboozle right here, looking for that TST, but unfortunately not able to find it. So just going to have to skim down. Meanwhile, Tag starting up a 5-4 stack mid-game, trying to pump out some T-spins. Max zone meter for both players. Kaboozle starting it up. Pretty good attack. Unfortunately, a bit of skimming there, but definitely the best way to handle it here. We got an ulti. It's very close.
Get there.
But, yeah,
not gonna quite. But Tag, pumping out a huge amount of just natural APM, while Kaboozle was firing off that zone, and now Tag is even with a 39 attack, which is pretty significantly smaller than what Kaboozle had sent him, along with that normal, quote-unquote normal APM, he's just able to get off completely unfazed. Just huge ups to Tag right now. And he's still going for these floaters, playing super aggressively.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the crazy thing about this right now is, like, you know, despite definitely the difference in backgrounds and playstyles, they're literally playing neck and neck right now according to the numbers. Like literally neck and neck, and that's absolutely crazy, dude. So I'm very excited. This is while Tag is just building these STSDs and literally styling out here for the folks at home. Like,
this is a 2-wide. Let's see if he's able to find it. Gonna find a great short little combo there. Gonna build that up to a Tetris as well. And he's at 16, gonna be forced to accept just a bit of that. Well, more than a bit, but oh no, that Elmis drop is gonna call curtains for that round. But even still, huge showing from Tag there.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. And look at those stats there. Tag really bringing it a bit closer here. Again, that slower game experience, which Kaboozle doesn't necessarily have a lot of. Just recently getting into the competitive sphere for these tuning limit games, such as TEC and PPT2. Kaboozle's also been performing quite well in the Bankai Tetris League, which is the current ongoing PPT tournament. So definitely been getting great practice out here. But speaking of Tag's continued style, we just got that Imperial Cross follow-up there.
Yeah, I think he did a full Gamashiro loop. Or something along those lines, because that was some huge attack coming out from AddTagHere in the early game of this match. But of course, Kaboozle Pie, he's going crazy. He has a full zone, gonna misdrop the OP slow, and this is a very scary situation. He's unable to open all the way back up, and I believe this is gonna be a pretty uncharacteristic small zone from Kaboozle from what we've seen from him.
Yeah, Kaboozle's usually be able to hold it pretty well, but sometimes, you know, occasionally Kaboozle will have to cut the zone early. Oh my god, but this zone from Tag looking very promising. Huge. 18 and 58 coming in. Kaboozle only having a quarter zone to respond. Got about like a 15
and he's still going to receive half a board. We are not quite in phase 3, so a lot of that is going to come through as clean. Kaboozle living through that attack. Pretty insane that he lived like 60 to the face right there. And Tag with the TST tower.
Oh my god, not again, dude.
I love you, but my bad. Oh, and he misdrops a little. Not gonna quite be able to get the T in, and he's forced into this very defensive situation here.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there, but Kaboozle firing back, yeah, quite lacking on the efficiency in that zone there. Tag having to respond to the spike though with only a half meter. And not going to be able to push a lot out there.
Still a whole board and he's just unable to deal with it. 4-0? 4-0 here for Caboozled Pie. Let's see if Tag is able to put himself on the board. Another AddTagHere coming out from Tag. Gonna be forced to accept those 4 lines and turn this AddTagHere into a mid-game stack. Let's see how he responds. He is very far up, but...
Oh my god. Donation freaking prospects for the floats from Tag. What is going on this guy's board, dude?
The Tag straight up... Honestly, Tag's donations have been some of the craziest that I think we've seen today.
Yeah,
he's just playing for kicks.
Yeah, dude.
And I think it shows.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set some prospects up. Can anyone beat Tag style points in future Square One group stage streams? Any competitors out here in the chat, you feel confident enough to do it? Please show us your style like this, because man, it is such a pleasure to watch. But speaking of, despite keeping the style, even zones basically coming out from both Tag and Caboozled. Tag was only down by about 2 lines, so we got this even mid-game state here. 20,000 points around for each player until we get into phase 3. So let's see whose zone attack is going to provoke the transition. I have a feeling that we might see a simultaneous zone here just for kicks from either of these players.
We'll see. Oh, a huge fractal coming in from Tag, and that's it seems like a lot of garbage coming in for Caboozled. He does have a very clean well.
That is perfect. That is a perfect single line of garbage to turn that TST into a C-spin. Unfortunately, misdropping it, but still very nice garbage to deal with for that situation. Here he goes with another TST tower. No one's stopping this guy. He's just going to keep going and going. I feel like the more we talk about it, I feel like he's actually genuinely listening and just continuing to share expectations with the showing off here.
Great TST tower. Gonna be forced to take off just a huge amount, but he is going to top out there. And Caboozeled's admittedly less flashy playstyle, definitely netting him some wins here.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I've noticed about Cav is that sometimes he's not afraid to, skim to just continue clean TSDs. He'll definitely let himself sacrifice a couple lines or two because he can just get that back-to-back rolling again really quickly. Someone in chat mentioned this, saying that Tag's avatar art might be the sickest in the tournament, but his in-game art with these insane steps that he's doing right here, so this Imperial Cross, will also be very sick. It's definitely the sickest so far.
Oh, Tag with that misdrop here. Let's see if he's able to open back up. He's just barely not going to be able to, only sending 21 lines to Caboozled.
Yeah, Caboozled also having a misdrop to deal with here that's going to impact the efficiency of the zone. So Tag might be able to clap back given that they can fill the zone large enough. But
and now we see Tag, he's doing what Tag does best. These TST towers, these really crazy setups in the mid game and in the zone. 12, but will he be able to get any further? Sending 33 attacks.
Oh wow, completely neutralized it right there. Unfortunately, misdropping that T piece, but it's just showing that Tag improvised there, had to use that zone. Very interesting floating Mino skim there to still get the TST. We're just seeing a lot of great setups from Tag right now, which may look a little bit silly at first, but it's actually maximizing his efficiency a little bit, getting the most out of these T pieces.
And
but now we got this T-spin 4 wide.
Oh, and Tag finds a great continuation, getting all the way up to 13 without dropping a combo. And 17, let's see if he's able to get all the way there. Not quite going to get that TSS in, but 45 attacks still. Super, super strong zone. Yeah, and Caboozled firing back 19 line Perfectress. And it just sends us so much damage to Tag. Caboozled zone play very, very strong.
There's one thing worth noting here. In Tetris Effect Connected, you have a nerfed combo table already, but in the zone, damage values are dropping even more. So 4 rides like that are not going to be as lucrative, really, inside of the zone. You'd probably want to use them more to like kind of get some defense going if you're able to build one up, because you got that very long amount of time to continue accepting more garbage as it's being canceled by the line clears. So just giving you more time to cancel the damage with the larger combo table. and the combo table still isn't insignificant outside of the zone for widening, but just in the zone, it is much more incentivized to play back to back.
A lot of games will take different steps to try to mitigate that problem of like center four wide being a very, very centralizing aspect of the game. I think TEC does it pretty well, and with a bit of nuance to the way they do it. Tag here with a zone, finding 38 attack, still forced to receive a fair bit with a very scary like LL tower, but he does seem to be able to find his way out, banking on that eyepiece. But he's gonna make a T-spin. That's so scary.
Yeah, lots of cheese here for both players. Tag trying to find his way down, Caboozled taking the luxury to stack up some T-spins, and have Tag using this quarter zone here to try and mitigate some more of this garbage that he's going to have to work through.
And now Tag is still working through all this garbage. We can see him very, very skillfully using just barely the lines that he has, but Cab gonna send him a huge, huge attack there. Gonna be curtains for that round as well. Caboozled now up 6-0.
But yeah, match point here for Caboozled. Let's see what's going on here. Got some 6-3 going in from Caboozled. I believe he got a TKI coming in from Tag. Might have looked for a PC there. Unfortunately, no PC. So just continuing to stack up 7-2.
And now he's taking this time to make an LST stack. A very, very strong form of damage creation in any Tetris game, honestly. He does miss hold a little bit, forced to make some compromises to his stack and to his damage output. Oh, that was so smart on Tag there. Some great ways to keep efficiency in that stack. And he gets to 14, 15. Let's see if he can make it all the way there. Getting to 18 lines with a 54 attack. Caboozled receiving a ton of it, but finding a mid-game PC gonna mitigate so much of that damage.
Yeah, Tag keeping up the pressure, but it's coming to Caboozled all in the form of clean. Massive score difference here for Tag though, so phase 3 might actually be engaged here before this happens. It would be in Tag's best interest, as we've seen here, to not accelerate phase 3. Unfortunately, just not able to get a lot out of that quarter zone regardless. Phase 3 is now in session.
And now Tag with another full board of cheese, and I think that's going to be it. Caboozled taking it 7-0 over AddTagHere.